Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. He wants to change this route. Lewis wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What this program, David?
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Takes it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. On the run, it's Cook. Got the first down and more. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis to throw. Spits it out to the back. Pulls it in. It's Wolf. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll get rid of it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wheeler. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
And the Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going to the run, it's Robinson. Picked up maybe a yard, it's down at the 16.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting...
There he goes! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the RPO. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
They'll go right back to him. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. Shotgun snap on third down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Corn. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
With the catch, it's Williams.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Pocket breaking down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The corners are walked up tight. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw, it's Allen. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Wolf. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Unloads it left. Got his man. There he goes. Takes it all the way inside the 30, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the...
Looking for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on fourth. Pulls and fires complete. And the Buffaloes get enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Colorado! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game, needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Cook. Keeps it. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Grabbed over the middle, it's Welch. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Turning it on. That was a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wheeler. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Korn. Runs through a tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires to the big fella. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard him.
The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
Back to throw, it's Allen. Now adjusting. Fires downfield. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Really good patience and recognition, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Gibson. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Breaks into the open. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buffs. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride, and that's why he gets the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run the toss. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, there's not a running back in the country that doesn't want to get fed and get fed and get fed, and he has been. He's been fed, and now he's up to 150 yards, so great productive day for this running back and create a lot of balance on this offense.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
On the direct snap, it's Miller. Still running at the 35. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They move on top here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown, so they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Ncaa. Now, this team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 11 over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Back to pass on second down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Racing to the right. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Williams.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Leaves it with the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Complete on third down. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Firing to the right, complete. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on fourth down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute. They did it right there.
They're going to run it. Powers through the defender.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know.